Hello and welcome to the second video on this channel. It's about my new game Redraw It. It's about redrawing an image. So how to play. Copy the image from the left panel to the right one before the time runs out. To do so, click on the squares on the right panel to switch the color. Finishing an image will result in a new image being shown, your score increasing and more time being given to you. Good luck. So I play it out now. So here's an image and I have to redraw it on the right side. So I have to click on each of the squares to change the color, and like you've seen, my score increased by 1 and I got more time. So if the time runs out, I lose and the game ends. So I let the time run out and you'll see that. So the time ran out and the game ended. So there also are settings that can change the game. So the first setting is difficulty, and this button is the help button. It tells you what settings does. So the difficulty settings so that's the help screen of the difficulty setting. The harder the difficulty, the less time you get at the start and when you complete an image. The amount of time you get also depends on other settings, though not as much. On easy you get 10 seconds, on very easy you get 20 seconds, on medium you get 7 seconds, on hard you get 5 seconds, and on very hard you get 3 seconds. And that's the time you get when you complete an image. When the game starts you get 1 more second, so for example on easy gives you 10 seconds, when you complete an image it gives you 11 seconds at the start. And it also depends on other settings, which are images and swipe. If images are set to pre-roll, they reduce the time by 20%, and if the swipe is set to on, it reduces the time by 35 seconds, 20%. Swipe reduces it by 35%. And the time is also rounded, so for example, on very hard, 20% doesn't damage because it is rounded. So I'll show you. I don't know which one I showed you, but pre-roam is. I show you the help screen of it. Help. When the images setting is set to random, all of the pixels in images are randomly generated. When they're set to pre-roll, the images are pre-roll with filters appended to them. Pre-roll mode slightly reduces the time you get at the start and when you complete an image. In random, each pixel has a chance to either be white or black, and it doesn't depend on other pixels. But in pre-roll mode, the pixels depend on each other because the images are pre-drawn. So I drawn over 200 different images, and they are loaded to this image when you get a new image. And there are also filters appended to them. So and there are 4 of them. So the first one is whether it's flipped vertically or not. So it can either be flipped vertically or not. The second one is whether it's rotated. So So I show you on a better example. So, for example, this thing can be either here, here, or even here. So, when flipped vertically, there are up to 20, two combinations of one image with filters, and then with the rotation filter there now are 8 because 2 multiplied by 4 is 8, and the last filter is whether is that the white pixels can be changed to black, and the white pixels can be changed to no, and the black pixels can be changed to white. So the colors are flipped, so that's multiplied by another 2. So so each image mm, has up to 16 different versions of it with filters enabled. And filters are always enabled. There's not a setting to disable them. So the last setting is swipe. When it's disabled, you have to click on every pixel every pixel individually, and when it's enabled, you can swipe to change multiple of them at once. And that's the help screen of them. When swipe is disabled, you have to click on every pixel individually to change it. When it is enabled, you can swipe to change multiple pixels at once. It also significantly reduces the time you get at the start and when you complete an image. So that's pretty much it about the basics of the game. I can show you how I play it for how I got a high score, so you can see what the game is like when you actually play it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I got 4 and I lost. And that's you've seen it already, but that's the new high scores animation, and I also want you to look at the animations in the game because I've spent quite sometimes making them so the game looks better. So the first animation is the new high score. It was pretty easy. It's just the new high scores text appearing and disappearing. Okay, the second animation is when you hover over a button, it slowly becomes bigger, and when you click it, it gets more and becomes bigger again. So like that. And I've also just shown you another animation, which is the transition. So the screen slowly becomes whiter, and then it gets normal, also slowly, like that. See, it became white. Took me a while to do too. And also, do you see anything in the background? So you can now pay attention to the background. Do you see anything? No? If yes, that's nice, and if no, then the colors change slowly. So it's a gradient, and right now, and there's a white gradient stripe thing that goes up from the bottom to the top, and it makes the background look better, even though it's not very visible. So, for example, now this part was bright, and now it's bright again, and now it's darker. and here's the writing, and it goes up. So what more? I've also made the Redraw It text in the main menu clickable, and made it become bigger on the when you hover over it, because I thought it's cool. Nothing will happen if you keep clicking on it or anything like that. It also happens to the link to my website, but if you click it, it will redirect you to it, and also that's where you can download or play the game in your browser. And also, since today, all my other games are also playable in the browser. And also, I've made a few games that I didn't make videos about on YouTube, so you can play them on my website too. Also, the link to my website will be in the description. So I think that's everything I wanted to say. Bye.